friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here to do another review of 90 Day Fiance. Alright, so nothing much happened this episode, so let's just get into it, shall we? Alright, let's talk about Translator app and desperation first. Alright, so as we know last week, honey, it was a whole bunch of drama. Okay, cries, not flying, child, broken hearts, tears. It was just a mess because Translator app gonna take his butt back home to Turkey. Alright, so this week, all of a sudden, okay, here Translator app is saying that, hey, okay, I'm coming back home to you, darling. Now, he is saying that he spoke to his parents, and his parents gave him permission to marry Anna. Just like that. Okay? When he got back home to Turkey, he was depressed, he was sad, and I guess his parents got tired of him moping around doing nothing. So his parents was like, listen, the best thing we can do is to give him our blessing so he can get up out this house, because we tired of looking at him. So they gave him his blessing to go to the United States. Now, Anna has already said that once he leaves, he can't come back because of the whole visa situation. But guess what, y'all? Translator app said, I want my woman, and I'm going to do anything necessary to get there. So he did his he went and spoke to the right people, and guess what, y'all? Just like that, okay, he's able to go back to the United States. Just like that. Now, isn't that funny? Isn't that funny? Here we have Angela and Michael fighting for their life. I mean, honey, Michael done been denied. We had Juliana being accused of being a prostitute, but Translator app can walk into a building 5 minutes later. They said, oh, sure, approved. So his visa got approved, which means he calls Desperation Anna and said, guess what, darling? I will be there in 2 days. And honey, baby, Desperation was happy, child. She was like, my man's coming home. We can get married, okay? Now, it's going to be a small, gap. We got to make this happen real quick, okay? So, Desperation Anna says that she's happy, okay? She has been very upset and heartbroken ever since Translator app left, and she has forgiven everything. Everything's been forgiven, okay? His parents done gave him permission. They over the little hump about, his parents not knowing about the kids. Fresh slate, clean slate. She is ready to marry Translator app. But there's one thing she got to tell them boys. So she takes the boys out to dinner, lunch, whatever. And so she tells them, she says, listen, okay, Marcel, his parents gave permission for him to marry me. His visa, it worked out, and he's coming back. And we are getting married, all right? Now, the middle child, I think his name is Gino. Gino says, listen, okay, I miss Marcel. I like Marcel. Marcel made, my mom happy, and listen, I ain't got no problem with Marcel. The little one said, look, you good, I'm good, Mom. I just don't want to go to a boring wedding. So if you get married to this man, make it poppin', okay? Now the oldest one, Joey, y'all know how he feels, okay? He says he don't understand why you need to get married, okay? I think it's a mistake. Why get married? And she was like, because I want to get married. And he was like, but why? She said, because I want to marry, Marcel. And so Joy was like, listen, whatever, okay, I think it's a mistake, all right? And so Desperation was like, listen, okay, when we get married, okay, we are going to get married, and y'all going to go to the wedding. And of course, Gino and the baby one was like, yeah, we'll be there, Mom. The oldest one was like, well, what if I don't come? And she was like, well, I really would appreciate if you come. It will show me that you care, if you come, It will show me, some support. And so he was like, well, I need to think about it because, I don't like Marcel. All right? It's not just showing you support. It's also showing Marcel support. And I don't support him. I don't support this marriage. I don't support this relationship, Mom. All right? And so it looked like she was about to cry, but she don't cry. And at this point, Joey is saying that, he don't think he's going to go to the wedding because he's over it. He is over the whole Marcel situation. Do you all think that Joey's going to go to the wedding? I do. I think he's going to show up for his mom, even though he has problems with his mother. Okay? I think he'll be at the wedding. Look, I'm sick of Translated Out, and I'm sick of desperation, okay? We know that they're married. We know that he's there in Nebraska, so let's move on. All right, now a couple of couples got married this episode. First, let's talk about Juliana and Michael. Beautiful. That wedding was done right. All right? It was absolutely gorgeous. Juliana looked good. Michael looked good. The kids looked good. Okay? She's a little sad because her family wasn't there, but she was like, hey, I'm going to marry this man. All right? So, we have Miss Timberland. All right? The ex-wife child. She officiated this wedding. All right? And she has some nice things to say about Juliana and Michael. All right? The kids, they completely adore Juliana. And that son, he had the sweetest things to say about her, and also the daughter. It was a very small, quaint wedding, but it was really, really pretty. Now, one thing I will say about Miss Timberland Sarah, that I did like what she said. She said, my kids really like Juliana. Juliana makes my children happy, okay? And when my children are happy, that's all need to be said, okay? Her kids come first. Desperation, Anna. Take note, okay? Now, with that being said, it was a beautiful wedding. Everything looked good. Everybody was happy. Now, how long is Sarah going to have this little happiness on her side? Because we seen the preview, and she going to bring up that prenup. Now, Sarah, listen. Okay? Leave it alone. Leave it alone. All right? Now, Michael has already said what he said. All right? He is done with it. All right? So, Miss Timberland, let it go. Let it go. Now, let's talk about another wedding. Sasha and Emily. All right? Now, Sasha and Emily is on their way to Portland, Oregon. I think they're going to go to the coast over there in Oregon. And, honey, Sasha is driving like a bat out of hell. Honey, they are scared to death of that driving. So they get there, and they go to the little site where they're going to get married. They look real nice out there. Whoo! Honey, I bet you Oregon just smells clean. It is just absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so we have Emily's sister talking to Sasha. And she was like, listen, I have had my reservations about this marriage. Okay, I really don't care for Sasha, but I'm here for my sister. Okay, so she tells Sasha, she said, listen, I'm going to need for you to make some promises. All right, promise to treat my sister good. Promise to make her happy. No cheating. Okay, promise to love her forever. Forever, ever. I'm thinking to myself, how you gonna ask that man to love that woman forever? What's wrong with you? So anyway, Sasha says, you got a deal. Sasha says, I love this woman. Okay, I'm gonna make her happy. No cheating. I am in it to win it. And so Emily's sister Betsy said, cool. So let me ask y'all something. Did y'all see Big Baby David gnawing at his mama's face? Honey, Big Baby David said, Mama, if you don't feed me, honey, he was like this. Sasha's body is just, ain't it beautiful? But anyway, so we have Emily, all right? Now, Emily looked nice, okay? She just has on a plain, dress. But she did not choose the headband. I'm like, girl, that would have set it off. Oh, she had a veil, but she did not pick the headband that I really like that headband. But anyway, so it was a small, quaint wedding. It was at the beach, and it was really nice. The only thing is, I didn't see no food. I'm like, child, where the food at? Did Big Baby David eat it? Emily holding David. Her right shoulder was like this. Honey, I know that boy weighed 200 pounds. Honey, her right shoulder was giving out. I was like, if you don't put that baby down. Anyway, that is the weddings of Juliana and Michael and Sasha and Emily. Okay? What did y'all think about the weddings? Alright, let's move on. Alright, we'll make it short and sweet. Okay, let's talk about Jasmine and Blake, child. Alright, as we know, Jasmine, she went to her sister's house because she was mad at Blake. She didn't want to go to that Everett's birthday party. Blake went on to the party and got drunk. So it's the next day. She shows up at his house. And she spent the night at her sister's. And so they're just talking about what happened. She was like, how long did you stay at the party? He was like, I don't know, for a while. And she was like, did you drink? He said, absolutely. He said, I sure did. In fact, I had several. And so she was like, whatever. And he was like, listen, I really wanted you to be there. Okay, it was my homeboy's birthday. I wanted you to be there and celebrate, with me, all of us together. And so Jasmine said, listen, I have no intention of being around your friends. I don't care nothing about your friend's birthday. I don't care nothing about them. The only thing they do is, they drink. And so everyone was like, man, if it was your sister's birthday, wouldn't you want me to be there? And so she was like, well, yeah. And he was like, well, I'm just, want the same consideration. All right. Bottom line is, Blake wants Jasmine to be on his arm. He wants to show her off a little bit more. He wants her to care about his friends. All right. And she don't. All right. She just, she's not feeling it. All right. So she says that she apologizes for how she acted. She apologizes for walking out. And she will try to be a little bit better when it comes to, his friends. And maybe she, overreacted a little bit. Blake accepted, her apology. Okay. And he says, listen, we'll just take it as is. We'll see where it goes. So, her parents are in town. And her parents are meeting Blake's mom. So they're at a restaurant. Now, do y'all remember when Blake's mom was asking Jasmine what she gonna do for a living? Well, honey, she brought it up again, child. So she asked Jasmine, she said, well, she said, so what are you gonna do? Job-wise. Bill-wise. What you gonna do? And so, honey, Jasmine was ready, child. Jasmine said, now listen, woman, I done told you that I ain't working. Okay? I don't know how many times I need to say it, Mama Blake. I'm not working. Now, she said, you had me in that kitchen cutting up them vegetables. Okay? Trying to force me to taste some of that delicious seasoned food. I told you I'm not working. Okay? I'm going to be a social media model. That's what I'm going to do. Okay? I ain't going to nobody's 9 to 5. Are you crazy? Look at me. Jasmine's something else, ain't she? So, the Mama Blake, honey, she ain't having it. Okay? She's like, you got to be kidding me. Now, Jasmine's parents are like, listen, okay, this is not etched in stone. All right? She may change her mind. She may change her mind. We don't know. Okay, she's always says she ain't working. So you just don't know. She may work, all right? But Mama Blake is like, listen, okay? It takes 2 people to make it work here in the United States. 2 people have to work, okay? You gotta pay bills. You gotta have a roof over your head. You want to eat, don't you? You want that makeup, don't you? Huh, don't you? Okay? So, she said, now, if the other one is a millionaire, I can get that. But see, my son ain't no millionaire. He far from it, okay? He poor. He broke. All right? So, your wife need to get a job. So, of course, she's asking, Blake that. Blake ain't saying that. Blake is like, child, I am not trying to hear this, mama. I am not trying to hear it. Jasmine said, listen, I don't care what Mama Blake said, okay? I'm not working. Okay, we done discussed this. Okay, I done told Blake. Blake know I'm not working. That's good. Blake said he cool with Jasmine not working. Okay, Blake said he a hustler, and his mom knows that he's a hustler. Okay, so he'll work. He'll take care of his woman. Now my whole thing is, Blake, if you're a hustler, why was you still living with your mom? That's what I'm saying. If you were a hustler, why were you still living at home? Let's move on. Okay? Now let's go to Mike and Natalie. Child, under 30 seconds. Honey, Mike done went and talked to a lawyer. Okay? He's thinking about canceling Natalie's visa. Alright? But he wants, some advice. Basically, the lawyer looked at him and said, now listen here. Now, I can't tell you to cancel the visa, but I'm telling you to cancel the visa. So Mike is telling her that when he was talking to the embassy people that, honey, her stuff was marked under classified. And so she was like, oh, no. The lawyer was like, classified. She said, oh, that's a red flag. Anytime when a government document or anything that have to do with immigration, visa, whatever, classified, you better take heed, Mike. Okay? That is a red flag. Now, I'm not telling you to cancel this visa, but I'm telling you to cancel this visa. So she's breaking it down, all right? And so she was like, it sounds like to me you have a lot to think about, all right? He was like, yeah. He says, I have a lot to think about. He said, I don't know, what to do. Okay, now, Mike has already told us that he tried calling crazy, wild-eyed Natalie, and honey, she didn't even accept the call, child. He didn't even get a call back. Child back. All right? So he's upset. You can tell Mike is really, really upset. But honey, the lawyer wasn't finished. The lawyer said, now, if you say yes, and you get the visa, and y'all get married, and she gets the green card, you know what that means? That means that you, Mike, are financially responsible for her. Forever. Whether you stay married to her or not. Honey, Mike was like, excuse me, what did you say? What? I didn't hear that. Repeat that, please. How did you not know this, Mike? Where's your research, child? So, honey, he really said he need to think about it. What is there to think about, Mike? Crazy Natalie done told you she don't love you. What is there to think about? She's not accepting your phone calls. She's somewhere pouting. She's shouting. Child, it writes itself. These people are a bag of crazy. Okay? Mike, it ain't nothing to think about. Okay? Leave Natalie alone. I don't know what else you need to hear. She said, I don't love you. That's what she said. And you over here thinking about it. Child. Let's move on. Lord, Sinjin and Tanya, child. Sinjin, he's meeting up with one of his homeboys. His homeboy has been living in the United States and married for 3 years. So Sinjin is excited to, see him so he can get some advice. Sinjin tells him about the whole soulmate, all right? Now, Sinjin done told his friend that Tanya said that Sinjin is not his soulmate. That Sinjin is not her soulmate. That her soulmate is her first love. And honey, it's just done tore Sinjin all to pieces. Honey, Sinjin was contemplating going back to South Africa. Sinjin said, honey, she done effed me up. And so the friend said, oh my God, that is what she told you? This is the woman that you want to spend the rest of your life told you? This woman who you want to marry told you that you know, you are not her soulmate? Honey, you got some things to think about, child. Okay? And so Sinjin was like, I know, but I feel like that she's my soulmate. Because the friend was like, do you feel like she is yours? And Sinjin said, yes. Okay? Look at how we got together. Okay? If this is not a soulmate, I don't know what is. But, you know, it hurt my feelings. And I want her to, you know, want to be, I want her to know that I'm her soulmate. Okay, so, child, if I have to say soulmate one more time, I want to hurl myself out my window. Stupid Tanya. This made me sick. So anyway, so the friend tells her, said, listen, you got things to think about. Okay, do you really want to marry this woman? Okay, that's what you have to think about. And of course, here's Sinjin flipping that hair all over the place, contemplating if he wants to marry Tanya, if he wants to stay in the United States. So here's Tanya. Tanya goes to the dress shop with her mama, sister, and her friends. All right. Now, of course, Tanya, she's not a traditional bride. She don't want a white dress. She want a black dress, red dress, or a champagne dress. So she goes into the dressing room with a black dress. Child, she come out with one of the ugliest dresses there in the whole shop. Honey, that look like a prom dress. I said, girl, if you don't take that mess off, it looks cheap. So all of them are looking at her like, they all just wanted to say, Heifer, if you don't take that mess off. So they convinced her to try on a traditional dress. You know, try on a white dress. So she tries on a different dress. It wasn't white. It was like an off-white. It was like a cream color, wasn't it? It was all right. I mean, it definitely looked better than that black dress. So here she is telling them what she told Sinjin about how she feels like Sinjin is not her soulmate. That she feels like her first love is her soulmate. And honey, they was like, you have got to be kidding me. They said, you told that man that? How did you think he was going to react? Okay, you don't be going around telling somebody that you supposedly love and that you want to marry that this person's not your soulmate. What's wrong with you, Tanya? But of course, you know, Tanya, she always has an explanation, okay? She always, everything is so much with Tanya. Okay, everything has to have this meaning. Everything has to be so deep. Everything is analytical. And let me just explain. Shut up, Tanya. If I was to give Tanya a butterfinger, okay, this would be Tanya. A butterfinger. What is the meaning behind the butterfinger? Is it a butter or is it a finger? I mean, who made the butterfinger? And was the butterfinger made by the goddess of all candy? Tanya, if you don't shut the F up and put that candy in your mouth, see, that'd be everything. Everything would be that. It's just too much. Okay, I wish Sinjin would just leave her alone. Tanya done got on my nerves this season. Alright, so of course she explained in her way of how she feels like that Sinjin is not her soulmate and how she don't understand how Sinjin don't understand it. Yes, he got upset, but hey, okay, this is how I feel and he needs just to accept how I feel. I'm being truthful. Tanya really has gotten on my nerves this season. I can't with Tanya. I'm done with Tanya and Sinjin. Child, let's move on. Alright, let's talk about Angela and Michael. This is going to be real quick. As we know, Angela and Michael is at the uncle's house having dinner, and his brother, I think last week I said it was his uncle, but it's his brother who said that, hey, if it don't work out with his visa, Michael, he could just move on. He could find him another honey dip. And honey, Angela was hot. Okay, how dare you? Alright? So she asked Michael if that's what he wanted. And of course, listen. Alright? So Michael was like, listen, I have sacrificed a lot. I'm here by myself while you over in the United States. Angela said, boy, I know not. Okay? I've done sacrificed a lot too. You think you're the only one that's done sacrifice something? Okay? Look at me. I done flew over here 3 times. I got grandchildren, children, and I'm over here with you trying to figure out this whole visa thing. You ain't the only one lonely. Okay? Absolutely not. So, bottom line is, alright, the family was like, okay, alright, we are behind you and Michael, okay? We like you, Angela, alright? We enjoy you. We are glad that you are part of our family, and we are here to support you in whatever you do, alright? And Angela, she liked that because she really truly likes Michael's family, and it seems like to me that Michael's family really like her. Listen, I have a lot to say about Angela, and I do. I say a lot about Angela, okay? She's abrasive, she's rude, she has no type of decorum about herself. Ugh. Her interaction with Michael's family, I really do like, and I really do think that, Michael appreciates that. So, she is really thinking hard about getting married, in Nigeria, just to get the ball rolling. And honey, we'll see what happens with Angela and Michael. Alright, now let's just talk. I'm finished with them, okay? Alright, now let's talk about Robert and Anny. Okay, now we know last week, child, honey, it was a hot mess express between Robert and that brother, honey. They done tag team up on Anny. Anny's feelings was hurt. She went outside. She cried. Alright, so this week, honey, Robert done got his hair braided up. Huh? Did y'all see the little braids sticking out that hat? I was like, yes, God. Okay, so he done took Anny to rack room shoes. I was like, where's the Gucci and Cabana's? Okay, where's the Gucci? No. He went on down there and took her to the rack room. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Ain't nothing wrong with it. And he was feeling bad. And he told Anny, okay? He says, I feel real bad, about what happened, all right? He said he was a little tipsy, all right? And what came out his mouth was definitely out of line, all right? And he says that it hurt her feelings. It made her cry, and it was unacceptable, and he wants to, do something nice for her, and he apologized to Anny. Anny was looking at some red shoes, honey, for that wedding, and so he was like, look, if you want them, buy them. And she was like, how much? And he was like, don't even worry about it, okay? Don't even worry about it. I got a crisp $100 bill. What's them shoes? $89.99, $59.99, $29. Got you, boo. Okay, you want another pair? Okay, you can get 2 for $79.99. Leave that man alone. But anyway, he was trying hard to make up for what happened at the restaurant, and he did apologize. It seemed very sincere, and he should have apologized. The way he talked to Anny was very, very unnecessary, and he doing all that with his brother. He says that his brother was out of line, but his brother was going through a hard time with his relationship, and, Anny accepted his, apology. Now, later on, child, they meet up with porno grandma and Tennessee grandpa, child. And Robert is tired of the fussing and the fighting and the tension. He wants everyone to get along. Well, honey, I'm here to tell you, Robert, that day was not the day. Because, honey, porno grandma got a nerve, don't she, y'all? Porno grandma said, I got time. Honey, Andy says, I got more time. All right, so it started out really well. Hey, how you doing? You know, oh my God, I love that shirt on you. Beautiful color. And so Andy was like, oh, what, the orange? And so they were like, yes, very nice. So they were, you know, having nice conversation until Andy says, oh, well, guess what? Bryson called me mommy. Ooh, Lord, why she say that, child? Honey, that's when it all just come tumbling down, all right? Andy says Bryson done called me mommy, and honey, it made Andy feel so good. Honey, even Robert's like, yeah, you know, the mama done come out of him, you know, so here we go. Here comes the tendency grandfather, because he got tendencies, all right? He come talk about, now listen, all right? I know that this whole thing is a charade. I'm not buying it, all right? You're not going to be over here long. You don't even need to be together. So this is what me and my little porno wife been talking about, all right? We are going to send you back where you come from. And so Andy was like, what are you talking about? He says, how much does it cost? How much will it cost? And honey, porno grandma, she clicked that pen. She done brought out the 1987 checkbook. I said, who writes checks? Forget the cash app, honey. Forget that check. Forget cash. I got a check with your name all over it. And of course, Annie. Okay, she feels disrespected by that. How dare you? Who are you to tell me where I can and where I can go? Who are you to send me anywhere? Who are you to tell me what me and Robert have isn't real? Okay, who are you, the moral authority? She said you up there shooting porno. You're a porno vixen. Okay, you're nasty. That's what Andy said. Andy said you're nasty. You got your nerve, okay? So, of course, here comes tendency grandfather, porno, grandma, you know, justifying this. They're saying that they know that this relationship is not going to last, okay? They know that this relationship is worthless. They said, listen, instead of it falling apart in 2 years, let's just solve the problem now. We'll send her butt back. Robert don't have any money. He's strapped for cash. Everybody wins. And we can get her away from our grandchild. See how that works? Again, where's your daughter? Instead of Bryson calling Annie mommy, where's your daughter? He's not calling her mom. Okay. And honey, Annie let it be known. I don't know who you think you fooling. Acting like you're the perfect grandparents. Honey, Annie said, I've been here 2 months and I ain't seen you. You ain't come by the house. You ain't come to see Bryson. Okay, Robert has to tell you to call Bryson. But you up here talking about you the perfect grandparents with your nasty video vixen self. You can take that checkbook and shove it where the sun don't shine. That's what Andy said. I was like, Andy, get her. I was like, get her, Andy, get her a little bit more. And honey, that made porno grandma hot. See, she got a look. See, porno grandma got mad after that. It hit her hard. The truth hurts. Okay? She was like, who are you to tell me? What are you talking about? You got your nerve. F you. F you. Andy was like, John, I ain't got time for this. Where my purse at? Honey, Andy was sitting there with that purse. She was like, Robert, if you don't get me out of here, okay? Honey, Andy was so bad, she done brought up Donald Trump. But anyway, bottom line is, Robert and Andy was pissed off. Even Robert was like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? Okay, y'all are acting like a-holes. Okay, what me and Andy does is none of your business. If I want to send her back home, I will send her back home on my dime, not on your dime. This has nothing to do with you. It is none of your business. And of course, porno grandma and, Tennessee grandfather said, listen, we're not worried about it. This relationship isn't going to last. And we will keep this checkbook open because we got a feeling that we're going to get a phone call saying, we need your help. A whole mess, honey. A whole mess. Now, the preview for next time it come on, I think in 2 weeks. Honey, we got Robert and Anny at the wedding, and Robert's standing there talking about he can't do this. That's it, guys. That is it. All right? Let me know what you think.